Nagbabalik po tayo dito sa Usapang Bayan at kasama pa rin natin ang founder at president ng Carmen's Best Ice Cream, Mr. Paco Magsaysay. Paco, so moving forward, where do you see Carmen's Best in the future? No? Dahil kasi syempre alam ko na hindi lang sa Pilipinas ngayon na nahahanap ang Carmen's Best, kung hindi pati sa ibang bansa. Ano nga ba ang balak ng Carmen's Best? At kung sakaling lumaki kayo ng gusto, how do you plan to keep up the quality?
Okay, that's a good point, no? Well, with regards to quality, I think walang compromise sa quality kasi that's how we grew. So the moment we cut back with our quality, mawawalan talaga kami ng mga customer. So in terms of quality of our product, moving forward, yun nga, kung pwede pa namin pagandahan yung produkto namin, we will still do that. So talking about what we have in store for the next few years, for the Philippines, I mean, if we get 1 or 2% of the total ice cream business, happy na kami doon. Because alam naman namin na yung price point ng product namin is not really for the mass market. So because of the fact that our margins are not that big and we want to keep the quality the way it is, hindi kami makikipaglaban dun sa mga mass-produced ice cream. No? And looking at ASEAN or selling in Vietnam, in Indonesia, Singapore, Hong Kong, we're looking to also get 1 or 2% of the market because our price point is quite higher than what the average is. But the fact that we are looking to export our ice cream, we really had to make sure that our ice cream was better than Häagen-Dazs, Ben & Jerry's, Movenpick. Kasi kung katapat lang namin ang Häagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's, or we're even a little bit lower, walang labang kami. Walang bibili sa Carmen's Best. But the fact that we are higher quality than these guys, and we get 1 to 2%, happy na kami doon.
But when you say you're higher quality, does that mean also that your price is even lower or higher than theirs?
It's about the same. I think when we check the pricing of Häagen-Dazs in Hong Kong and Singapore and Vietnam and Indonesia, I think we can get the product there and compete at that price or maybe even a little bit higher. But for us naman, basta matikman ng tao yung produkto namin, doon nila malalaman yung pagkakaiba ng product namin. So.
Meron pa bang areas in your business, sir, that need the help of the government?
Well, I always say that it's better to do things on your own as much as possible. And I think the size of our company now is not that big where we need help with the government or any, with any laws that need to be, enacted for us. So we're not really a big player. I mean, I was mentioning earlier of a 1 to 2% market share. So I don't think that we'll be getting naman to that point.
Yeah. I think what Rach might be referring to is if you have a wish list of what you'd like to see, let's say certain conditions in the Philippines, whether it's government rules and regulations or laws that will further enhance Carmen's Best and other small entrepreneurs, small and medium entrepreneurs, to become more competitive in the international markets?
Well, 2 things come to mind. No? First of all, we need proper labeling. So I think the labeling, it favors the larger companies because they're able to use ingredients that are not really for ice cream, but then they're allowed to call it ice cream. So in a way, there's a little bit of mislabeling, or in a way, a slight deception to the public as to what ice cream really is. No? Secondly, if you have ice cream coming in from other countries that's entering the Philippine market, whether it's, well, I don't want to mention the names, but the companies that come to mind, they should also be tested through FDA. Because
Correct.
More often than not, these ice creams that are bought and brought in by the likes of SNR or Rustan's Group, they buy these ice cream at a somewhat discounted rate because they're near expiration, right? They're not gonna buy it new because that's when
Okay.
it's the most expensive. So they'll buy these ice creams at near expiration date. So there's a little bit of change in the consistency of the product. But when these ice cream products come into the Philippines, they're not tested by FDA. So it doesn't become a level playing field anymore because I am required to have testing done for our ice cream, but this ice cream that's being brought in from another country is not being tested.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Actually, what you're discussing or what you're talking about is are problems that are faced by Philippine manufacturing companies.
Yes.
No? And as president of the Federation of Philippine Industries, maybe I'd like to invite you to become one of our members so that you know we can bring to light your concerns, no? Because we're talking about product standards,
Yes.
the right labeling, and sometimes talking about even smuggling, no?
Yes.
Mislabeled products.
Yes.
So all of these things are things that we need to bring to light so that the government can try to level the playing field, particularly for the Philippine manufacturing sector, both on the industrial and the agricultural side.
Yes.
So I'll send you an invitation to become a member.
Thank you, George. Thank you.
Sir, para po dun sa mga nag-iisip na pasukin itong ice cream business o kahit na anong business in general, ano-ano po ba yung mga factors na kailangan nilang i-consider? Because I remember yung economics teacher ko before, sabi niya number one, ang very important ay location. Ano-ano pa po ba yung ibang factors?
Actually, when you talk about location, it doesn't apply to all businesses, no? I mean, I can think of this very popular restaurant in Tagaytay that is so far from Metro Manila, but it attracts a lot of patrons to go there, a lot of customers.
Sinasadya.
Talagang sinasadya nila, you know, it's become like a destination, no? So it really depends who your market is and how you intend to market your product or service. That the location comes into play. Did I answer your question or
Ano pa po bang ibang factors, sir?
ibang factors for
Para po maging successful ang isang business. Yeah.
benta produkto? I think also you have to have a clear understanding of who your market is. Kasi maraming taong lalapit sa iyo na, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you make a lower quality ice cream that's less expensive? So kung klaro yung inyong direction as to who your market is, then you will stay the course. Hindi na tuwing ihip ng hangin dito, you will move to one side, and ihip ng hangin doon, pupunta ka doon. Talagang magulo yung business model mo.
Wala kang
Ganun.
direksyon.
Walang direksyon.
Yung nabanggit mo na target ng Carmen's Best to be 1 or 2% of the market. Ngayon ho ba ay ilan ho ba ang percentage share ng Carmen's Best?
Naku, wala ho akong numbers sa
Pero malayo pa dun sa 1
malayo
to
pa ho.
2%.
Malayo pa ho. Yeah.
So
We're a
mga,
small company.
mga ilang taon ba ang target mo bago mo ma-achieve yung 1 or 2%?
Well, hopefully in the next 2 years we can
Ay,
reach it.
napakabilis na, no?
Yeah.
2 taon parang isang tulog lang yan.
Yeah.
Tapos nandun ka na.
Yeah, sa bagay, it's already March, no? Almost April. So,
So by 2020, ano ka na? 2019,
sana 1 to 2%
1 to 2% na.
Yes, sir.
At palagay ko, makakabuti rin sa atin yon. Yung pagiging 1 or 2% mo, palagay mo by that time, ilang tao na ang ini-employo nyo sa kumpanya nyo?
well, you know, as a business owner, we always try to strive for efficiencies. And I think ang primary goal namin is the survival of our organization. Because, you know, aside from the people that we employ, we also give a monthly donation to the Philippine General Hospital. That's our CSR. So if our company is not making money, then that CSR is compromised, and it might even compromise our total overall operations.
Yung donation nyo sa PGH para sa ang proyekto nila?
It's for the adult leukemia department. Yeah.
Actually, napakaganda yan at napapansin ko na napakarami na ring Philippine companies na merong mga kanya-kanyang project. No? Miski itong kumpanya natin, nagdo-donate kami sa 11 orphanages, no? Na ang pangako namin ay taon-taon magbibigay kami ng aming maliit na donation sa kanilang mga 11 na NGOs at saka orphanages. No?
Yeah.
So yung moving forward, no, aside from the 1 to 2%, is Carmen's Best planning to expand into other quality product lines like chocolates and things like that?
Well, we're looking at possibly getting to specialized cheese, a line of fresh cheese. But I think we need to concentrate first with the ice cream business kasi yun talaga ang we're most known for our ice cream.
At least until you reach that 1 to 2%.
When we reach at 1 to 2%, then yeah, we can look at
Smart,
doing
smart
fresh cheese.
move.
Yeah.
Sir, we are down to our last few minutes. This is your chance para po i-invite ang ating audience to try Carmen's Best.
Okay, well, first of all, you can find all our resellers in our website, which is carmensbest.com. We have a Facebook fan page. There are several fan pages in Facebook for Carmen's Best, but ours is, the official one has about 260,000 followers or 260,000 likes.
So what's the Facebook page?
It's Carmen's Best Ice Cream.
Carmen's Best.
Yeah. But some of our resellers have put up their own Facebook
Dealer
page.
page.
Dealer page, yeah.
I see.
But this is the main page. We also have a podcast in the App Store. So there we explain about the difference of the ice cream and the different flavors and the history of the company. So our podcast is also quite interesting to listen to. Our Instagram is #Carmen's Best. We have about 13 or 14,000 followers. And there our customers post pictures of Carmen's Best. And you'll see how attached they are to our product. And it's really heartwarming.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, your daughter Carmen is already 19.
Yes.
Are you planning to let her join you in this business to be the continuity of the name?
Yeah. Well, I told her that she can have the choice of going to where she wants to work. It's hard to force people to work in an organization that they might not be too happy in. But she knows naman that she's very much connected to the company. When people meet her, they like to take pictures with her. So
I did
yeah.
that. I
Yes,
did that.
That's right.
Yeah, and then no, but is she inclined to? Has she shown any
It
interest?
seems like she's interested.
Okay, that's a very encouraging sign.
Yes.
So, do you have any final message aside from your web page and the Facebook pages? Do you have anything else to say?
Well, I just want to thank our loyal customers and hopefully the people who will be trying our product in the next few weeks or few months, that we really make our ice cream in a different way, which is why many people talk about our product. We do help the PGH Medical Foundation. We set aside a certain amount every month, and our total donation has reached over 250,000 pesos now. So we also encourage other businesses to choose their own cause to support. It doesn't have to be a health-related cause. It could be an orphanage like what you do. But choose something that's close to your heart so you will be, ganado to do it.
At yan po ang isang makabuluhang diskusyon kasama ang ating kaibigan, ang Carmen's Best founder and president, Mr. Paco Magsaysay.
Maaari niyo po kaming i-follow at i-like sa aming Facebook page, Usapang Bayan. Ako po si Rach Marquez.
At ako po si George Chua. Samahan niyo po kami sa mga sunod-sunod nating mga episodes dito sa Usapang Bayan.